Hey everyone, welcome to my review for the Flissa survival knife with sheath. So this is your sheath here. I mean, it's a pretty cheap nylon affair, but you know, it's got a couple buttons here and there to hold it all together. So overall, not bad, and it has a nice little cross-section strap here into a button. I mean, that's pretty nice. That's better than most fasteners I've seen. So here's a knife here. Very intimidating, very large. The whole thing comes in at about 15 inches total. So it also has a pretty ergonomic handle back here. They say it's made out of PP. I don't exactly know what that means. But anyways, so this feels like plastic back here in the pommel. And then closer to the guard here, this feels like plastic. And then the guard itself is made out of metal. And then the handle is rubber. It also has this this strange sawback affair. It's definitely not a real sawback. I mean, it did nothing to the branch I used it on, to the point that like there's not even any wood stuck in there or anything. It does, however, one thing the sawback is good for, if I can manage to get it out, is not using this one. This one's the sharpener. So this sharpener, it's not anything special. I mean, you might as well just pick up a cheap little one of these. I mean, this is just going to be much easier to handle than this little thing. I mean, it's nice and inclusive. Okay, what's the other thing in here? It is a little fire starter, which I've of course used quite a bit. I mean, it's a cheap little affair, and it did come with a little whistle. You can blow right into there in either one of these, so that's pretty cool. It also came with some cord on the back of it, but I got it to be a little too tangled because it was a really long cord, so I just got rid of that. But yours will come with a cord if you end up getting this. But for me, putting the fire starter right in here and just boom, doing that was perfect. So you don't mess with the edge at all. So the steel, it's probably 3CR13, it seems like, because it takes a really nice edge that seemed to be retained after I whacked a bunch of branches with this thing. Just one big concern with this knife is a very cool big knife for $17, which is not bad, but nowhere does it say full tang, and this does have to be said, it feels pretty heavy to the blade side, so I'm thinking probably not full tang. And this at the back here feels pretty hollow, so I'm pretty sure it's not full tang. Would not bet my life on this thing. So it is very cool. It is moderately usable. I didn't do anything too harsh with it. The sawback is a little silly, but again, perfect for the fire starter. So claws back some points, I think, for just being cool in general. I would just say it's not the most practical thing, because for one thing, it's absolutely massive. But for another thing, you can't really rely on it not being full tang. And of course, Flissa. Wait, what's a Flissa? I don't know what that brand is. But overall, solid. I would say at this price, especially because it comes with the magnesium fire starter, I would give this a 4 out of 5 on the whole. Of course, at this price, but anything more expensive, you might want to be looking elsewhere. And if you want a real survival knife, you can find smaller ones that actually do come with fire starters, like the Extremist I took a look at earlier. That's about the same price, comes with the fire starter, but is a full tang design with better steel, thicker steel as well. Another thing is this isn't very thick for the absolute massive size of the blade, so not the most practical thing in the world, but I would still say 4 out of 5 stars just because very cool. Very, very cool. So that about wraps it up for this review. Thank you for watching.